What's good, YouTube? And this is no longer the Ant-Man 816 channel. This is the Christopher Hughes fan page. We here with... No, on a serious note though, guys. We are here today with Christopher Hughes, the Pandaman, Wise Guy's finest, with another top 8 7-place deck profile. This man messaged me and he was like, hey, should I take ABC's Dinos or this deck? And I was like, man, take ABC. Whoop with ABC. This is why you don't listen to your best friends, because apparently your best friend sets you up for failure. He went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was 9 rounds. He finished 7-1-1. I'll let him get into that if he wants to. But what's this spicy? What is that? Is that Shaddolls Beast?
Pure Shaddolls. Not invoked. Pure Shaddolls.
And we got the sexy Matt in the background. But I'm going to let you get... I'm going to pass it over to the Pandaman. I'm stuttering because I ain't got no sleep. I didn't even go to regional. I ain't got no sleep for some reason.
Just to kind of talk about what he said. Yeah, I went 7-1-1. My only loss was to Pure Eldritch. Not Pile, regular old school 40-card Eldritch. And the traps were too much and I never saw Super Poly. That would have been very nice, but I didn't see it. So I kept getting beat down by Golden Lord. He kept bringing it back, making it 3,500, can't be destroyed, so Construct was kind of useless against it.
Oh, shit, that is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we played, it was a long match because I kept cycling Construct back when it would lose the effect, and I kind of explained that. And then my one draw was to a freaking, oh my god, what is that deck that I won our locals with? Prank Kids.
Oh, yeah,
and he wouldn't concede game 1, so it went like 33 minutes, and I finally dropped him to 0, even though I had complete advantage the whole time. And then game 2, he played with himself because Prank Kids. He had every combo. He was playing 60-card Prank Kids with Magician Souls, all that. And he just did every combo in the deck for the last 7 minutes. And, of course, Prank Kids, he gained 1,000. I took 500. That's timing around. I guess it's a draw.
Was the regional 35 minutes or 45 minutes?
40. They didn't do the same thing. They were trying that out at the YCS.
Got you.
Yeah, let's get into this deck profile. Show y'all this lovely spiciness. So... one Shaddolls Beast. I used to run 2. I did go ahead and drop it down to just 1. You really only need the 1. You don't want to open it too much. Most of my plays, most of the days, the way I killed people, because if I got Scythe, or if they just had DP on board, I would literally set Shaddolls, Super Poly.
Yeah.
Most people, nobody was dumb enough to leave Anaconda and DPE on board for me to Super Poly that away. They always took it off board. 2 Shaddolls Hedgehogs, 1 Aerial that came in so clutch against one player. He had the whole combo. He had DPE active, Celestial Dasher. I sent Aerial Banish Dog 3.
Jesus.
2 Squamata, 1 Dragon. I am probably going to side an extra one of those because I wish I would have had a second one for the Eldritch player.
Popping shit is nice.
Yeah. 2 Wendy's. That's one of the best new ones they got. When it sends, it special summons 1 face down. When it flips, it special summons it face down, face up. I never use that one. Always sending it. 3 of the Wild Shaddolls is probably the best card. Shaddolls Fusions. You summon anything from your extra deck and leave it on board. You're getting punished so hard.
I believe it.
So hard. Only 1 L Shaddolls Fusion. The only reason I dropped it down is because at Friday at our locals, I did not play Super Poly. And then when me and Kevin came back here, he was like, and I told him what deck option, he was like, you should play Shaddolls and put 3 Super Poly in it. So I said, all right, I'm going to figure out my ratios. And I ended up dropping 1 because with Construct, you send it anyways. And then add it back.
Yeah, because when we were talking about it and you told me you cut Super Polys, I didn't lie. I was like, I think you should play him, but I was going to let you test him.
I kept running into Flunders. And it made me not want to play it.
Yeah.
That was essentially what happened.
And
so many people play Flunder. I'm just like, I don't want to play Super Poly. It's so useless against them.
Man, I get
it. But 3 Super Polys, definitely the MVP of the day. Nobody ever pops a set card. When I set a monster, in response, they're not going to go DPE, pop something, and pop that. You know, so it's like, as soon as I said it, they're like, okay, that's good. Super Poly. Nothing they can do. One person with them. But I want to... I could hear in his mind he wanted to be like, he wanted to activate. No, I'll play it too late now.
Yeah.
And here's probably one of the best engines in the deck right now, which is why this deck is so good. Fight for Patchwork. and 3 Edgem chains.
So I'm gonna stop the video to get. Oh, go ahead.
And 2 polys.
Did you like the 2 poly ratio?
I only dropped down 1 only because again I was trying to make room for super poly.
Understandable.
And because it's searchable.
I know other probably pro players that were talking about it, but I just want to stop the video and give a shout out to the local player, Daryl S. He's the man who showed me this, and I showed Panda. I was like, dude, this dumb.
It is, yeah.
Dumb.
I saw it in Despia, and I was like, that would work in Shaddolls.
Yeah, because that's the deck he was playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they were playing Despia, and I was like, Shaddolls, that'll work in Shaddolls. I could Guardian Chimera in Shaddolls too. I was like, oh, we doing that, and that's the whole reason we playing that. But nobody ever stopped this. If I opened my turn up and said activate Fright for Patchwork, they were like, yeah. Go get Poly and Edgem Chain. They're like, yeah. Set a monster. They're like, okay. Poly. Okay. Oh. Guardian Chimera. I want to activate. No. Channeling 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can respond. And most people are like,
Can't Ash Chimera.
Effect Veiler. Poly's in the graveyard. You can't target him. Oh. So many people try to impermanence or Effect Veiler. I'm like, no. He's going off.
Yeah, because Poly hits the graveyard on summon. And
But most people were like, how many? Like, I'd go down to 1 card after doing the combo, and then after it was done, I'm at like 5. They're like, what? How? Well,
if you're doing that's why I love Beast, because you'll draw 3 with Beast, and then you'll
draw 3, Hedgehog went, add 1. If Wendy went, special summon 1, or a lot of times it's Edgem Chain. Yeah, so add Fright for Patchwork. So it's normally Hedgehog, Beast, Edgem Chain, and Guardian Chimera. So it's draw 2, add 2 different cards. Draw 3 and add 2 different cards. So I literally add 5 cards to my hand. So if I had 1 in hand, I'm now at 6.
Jesus.
And I've popped a card on your side of the field too. And I have a big 3300 that most people can't deal with. Another MVP the other day. Y'all know what package this is. I literally got game on somebody that I thought we were going to draw. This is exactly what happened. They called time and round. I'm sitting there. I have him on board. He has 2 monsters. I'm at 5,500 life points. He's at 8,000. I just made Dragoons. They called time around. I'm like, dang, I can't deal any damage to you. I guess it's a tie. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait a second. No, I just won. He was like, what? I was like, Dragoons, pop your 2,500 monster. He was like, okay, you take 2,500. Pop your Alistar, it's 1,000. You take 3,500. I'm now 500 life points higher than you. I just won.
I'm glad you didn't concede.
I would have been bad if I did that and thought about it later. I'd have been so upset. Just one of each of these because I'm actually going blind second. So I wasn't. I think only a few matches after going a little while, I realized with the 60 card pile decks, it's better to go first and drop window on board against them. And if I can get to this,
I was gonna say, has anyone ever made you go first when they realized that you're?
No, everybody always went first.
Gotcha.
Even after I went blind second, everybody else was still gonna because they couldn't. They knew what I was playing. Most decks cannot play. They can't play. Yeah, people can't play through window. And most of the time, I was setting up double window.
So what you telling me is you out here making window a problem again. So I'm gonna have to see that all over the Facebook groups.
Because I had it in permanence, but if I had that behind it, I didn't care. I didn't care. That's how I beat actually some of my last round people, double window. It's like you put one on board, they're like negate. He activated droplets. I was like, that's cool. After resolve, I said, activate this. Make another window. I'm like, hey, if you can special summon, well, you can't. I don't know how you get no the second one. Good luck. One person I didn't realize they scooped. I forgot windows bigger than the whole adventure package. So I had one window on board. He was like, bounce window back. I was like, change his and make a second window. And then I realized, like, oh, wait, it's bigger than all of his monsters. So he couldn't do anything else. And then I had everything to go off on my next turn. This card was really good. I didn't realize that it can bring back Construct. And Construct's just when it's special summoned.
Mm-hmm.
And when they kill Construct, you can add this back. Sort of like an endless loop. Construct effect. They get rid of it somehow. Add this back. On my turn, set it. On your turn, activate, bring Construct back. We're going to keep doing this until I get what I need. One of Shaddolls, come on. You know. Called by that's just too good. chose Trick Clown over Snow. I was trying to play Snow.
Sir, why is that a common?
So, in all honesty, I would rather it be in the deck.
I just want to make sure we had the same philosophy because you yell at me all the time about for shiny cards. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I have 2 shinies of those.
No,
I wanted to play 2 Trick Clowns, but I was already at 42 cards. So
No, I don't blame you.
And then
Keeping the number closer to 40 for this deck is definitely key.
So I did 42 because I'm running the bricks from Dragoons. So I was okay with going to 42. Have a less of a chance. I did see them a lot. But luckily, Guardian Chimera says that they're not useless. If it comes down to it.
No, I really hate the fact that if you open
If I hard draw both of them and I have Patchwork or Poly, still not dead.
Jesus.
And then of course the hand traps, 3 effect Veiling, 3 nibs, and the Gamma pack. This was the best pack. Matter of fact, I gotta tell y'all about when that came in handy. So my hand was 2 Shaddolls, this, and then I had Patchworks. I might have had something else, but I had Gamma, I had Patchworks, I had and like 2 Shaddol and a Shaddol, and I think no, I didn't have that gem change. So I just had a Shaddol, this, Patchwork. So I did Patchwork to let it resolve. I get Edgem Chain, Polymerization. I go Poly. So because he knew what cards were in my hand, he knew that the last 2 were monsters. And he had a negate on board. He had Baron. And I was like, please negate this. Please try to negate this. Please try to negate this. He was like, even if he didn't, I was making Construct and I was going to make his life really hard. I was still going to get places. So he was like, he knew that if he, essentially, because if you think about it from how you saw my hand advantage, if you logically think about it, it actually made sense to negate Polymerization right there.
Yeah.
So he did it. He thought about it for a while and then he did it. And I was like, oh, thank you. Gamma, do you have the Ash? It's good. All snap. So guess what now happens? I now can make Chimera. I went from being able to only do Construct because I just summoned 2 monsters. So he lost the rest of his board, actually.
Y'all can't see my face, but that's ridiculous.
I was like, that just worked out so well.
Yeah, because you don't do anything with Poly until
it resolves. So when it resolved, that then turned into the ability to summon out Chimera, which then popped 2 more cards off of his board, which is the last 2 cards. I completely killed his board and drew an extra card, especially on another monster.
God damn. Now let's get into this extra deck.
Extra deck, Dark. Have it there to make. I think I only made it one time, and it was like only so that my hand wasn't good, and it kind of stopped me. And then I ended up making it so that when it destroyed it, I get a Shaddol out of my graveyard to have, or possibly being able to go into Chimera the next turn. The Super Poly package. Never made that, but I did make both of these. That day, I actually messed up the way I actually did his effect preemptively, which I should have baited and then negated his monster. I tried to just negate the Baron up front. If I'd have did it the other way, I'd have had game on board.
We learn.
This card is busted. He negates any face-up card permanently. I was playing Floodgate.deck. They had Gozen up. I made this. I shut Gozen off.
Because it does say,
Target 1 face-up card on the field, negate it. Not for the rest of the turn. Because my opponent asked that. He was like, is it for the rest of the turn? Is it as long as he's face-up on the field? No, it's permanent.
I swear to God, if I start running into Shaddolls at locals, I'm going to fight you.
Actually turned some, and actually they had Skill Drain up. They had Skill Drain and they had Gozen. I made this. I activated its effect. I then said, El Shaddol Fusion. So then I took it off board, so its effect still resolved, and then made another one. Because he had Gozen up, I just made another one.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
That way it's still resolved. Yeah, I played around it. Gravity controller, y'all know what that's for. If you put your Construct and Extra Deck Monster Zone do good things. Sometimes I wish I had 3. 2 windows. Sometimes I really did wish I had 3.
Ban window 2022.
The sexiness I picked up 2 of these OTs. Oh, sexy. Thank
God,
you,
that's
Eve.
expensive. I'm not touching them.
Dragoons, like that's all. If I got to that, I won. If I hard drew Red Eyes Fusion, the amount of times it resolved, nobody could get rid of that thing.
I agree.
Like I do that and then like set Hedgehog or Windy.
To quote the great Wick James, cocaine's a hell of a drug. But Dragoons is a hell of a card.
Anaconda, that's so good in this deck. You can turn one of their monsters dark and then send Super Poly, or just making Dragoons for game, because it was almost always game when I did that. And then the MVP, why this deck is good. Oh my god. Oh my.
You know, the stupidest thing I've ever saw to Verte, because you mentioned earlier in this profile about Flunder. I've seen someone Verte a Flunder monster into a dark and then Super Poly'd it. It's so stupid, but no. Back to the highlight though. There's a reason that card is now $50 a pop,
and it's just gonna go up. Like I did beat Despia, but you know they're not at full power. Like honestly, Shaddolls with this stuff is better than them. The only thing they really have is their gimmick of one trying to chimera you during your turn, but all the hand traps I have, they never really go off. They do have a lot of stuff that floats, and they always get the monster out that makes me pay life points. But again, it's so easy to get around with my deck.
Yeah, because
I did have to pay a lot of life when they had it down there, because I think I had like 6 chains, so I had to pay like 2,400. But then pop everything, and he was trying everything to survive. Honestly, they were trying everything to just live. But yeah.
I think that's just your tokens.
Oh yeah, I know it is. My little custom token.
Now, we're going to talk about that after the profile, but let's finish this real quick, because we get on 20 minutes here.
Yeah, and I got to hurry up, too, because I got to go see Sonic 2 with the kids. But 3 Ghost Ogres, 3 Artifact Lancias. I have to run light hand traps for this deck. Like, it has to be lights. It can't be... You could argue for dark, but...
Construct's MVP.
You really don't want to make Winda as a card to summon. Like, you're trying to make Construct. And you need hand traps that also hurt your opponent, which these do. 3 Cosmic Cyclones, you know what that's for. I choose this over Droplets because I don't like losing my resources. And if it triggered the Shaddolls monsters, then Droplets all day, but they don't get triggered off of sending for effect. And so I don't want to lose my resources.
Sending for cost.
Yeah, sending for cost. Drolls, I really hate Flunder. I don't like putting it in most of the time. When I did side it in because I needed it, I would only put 2. So I'll probably end up dropping the 3rd because we're going to try to find something else to put in here. But yeah, like you need it, but I don't particularly like it because it makes my hands kind of slightly dead. Like opening this in a Shaddolls fusion card, I can't make anything. So at least with essentially your light hand traps are still a play. Even if you don't use them against your opponent, which I've done plenty of times, I've let them play and I'm like, your board sucks. I don't have to do anything.
Understandable. So any shout outs while I put the video on Richard?
Shout out to Wise Guys. Shout out to my best friends, Ant and Walt. Tulsa Regionals. It was awesome. It was lit. First one back. Happy to be there. Shout out to Shaddolls. Had to play something different and actually top and beat people with. I enjoyed it. I earned my mat.
So next week he's playing Fluffles. The week after that he's playing Psyframes, and then the week after that Fire Fist. I'm talking shit. I'm sorry, guys.
He ain't lying though.
All right, so I'm the one and only M816 here with the one and only Pandaman. Sorry for just showing just the table. I'm fugly right now. I don't want to be on camera, so I'm talking shit, guys. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe out there. Happy to see that regionals and in-play big events are back. I'm the one and only M816, and until next time, you two, deuces.